Delegates of the SPECPol at Pune World Summit 2015, a very good morning to all of y'all. This video is being specifically uploaded so that y'all get a basic idea of participation as delegates of the SPECPol. Yes, since some of y'all have participated, in fact most of y'all have participated in the NUN at Enlightened Month, y'all know how to participate in an NUN, and apart from this there is also a training video online to basically serve as a refresher. So most of y'all do have an idea, but I'm uploading this video so that you understand the specific nuances of participation in a SPECPol committee. So let's talk about the SPECPol to start off with. A SPECPol is the fourth committee of the United Nations General Assembly. As you all know, the General Assembly is the largest body of the United Nations with 193 member nations, and the SPECPol is one of its subcommittees. The full form of the SPECPol is the Special Political and Decolonization Committee. So initially, around the 1950s, 1960s, the major role of the SPECPol was to facilitate decolonization. The European powers had colonized most of the world, like the United Kingdom had colonized India, France had colonized various North African countries, as you all would know. So initially it was to facilitate their decolonization and help them set up their own countries with their constitution and governments. But since then, in today's times, the role is different. The major role is to sort out border disputes and disputes in relation to specific regions of the world. Okay? In fact, the topic for discussion, the agenda for discussion at Pune World Summit 2015 is the status of Tibet. Okay, so you all are going to be discussing a specific region of the world which has been occupied by China and which has a dispute over its independence. I'm not going to go into the details of research in relation to Tibet because there is a study guide for this and you all have been given a basic refresher. But what I'd like to let you all know is you need to take all the views of all the parties to dispute in Tibet. So whether it be the political structure of Tibet, which is an exile in India, in Dharamsala and Palampur, in Himachal Pradesh, which has the Dalai Lama, the Karmapa and various others, the Chinese forces who have occupied Tibet and believe that it is a region that belongs to China. You also need to consider all the human rights violations. You need to discuss how different Buddhist priests of Tibet are immolating themselves in protest, the human rights violations, and also take into consideration the history of the dispute, because it has a lot to do with the borders that were made by the British before they left India and different aspects of this sort. But make sure that all your discussions always focus on autonomy or independence of the region or its occupation by China. As different delegates, it is important that you stick to your stance. China will state that Tibet is a part of it. Other countries like India might support its independence. And if you are allies of these major countries, make sure that you support their stance, okay? Because your foreign policies are very important. That said, I think you all should be in a great position to discuss this issue and come up with a comprehensive resolution. I wish you all the best.